All right, Buffs Nation, what is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Hey, we're one day away from early National Signing Day. That's exciting stuff. Y'all think we got any flips on the way? Let me know who you want the Buffs to get, but be sure to hit that like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, where you're watching from, all of that again. I'm rocking this sweatshirt again today. Rawhide Media for you. I appreciate the love, my man. Y'all go subscribe to Rawhide, one of my good friends here on YouTube. But man, okay, wanted to go ahead and just take you guys through maybe a few different players that I'm hoping that we have our eyes on in terms of the transfer portal still. And yeah, we'll see kind of how this goes. So y'all let me know if my audio is sounding good. But I'm going to go ahead and bring up this player. He should be the number one transfer portal linebacker out of Georgia. Rated 93 overall. He would be a massive get for our linebacker core. And that is Jamin Dumas Johnson. Okay. I like his size. 6'1", 245. So he's got great. Up pretty well this year from the linebacker position, and his strength is run defense, an area that we're really needing to improve on, right, guys? We got some guys I feel like with some speed in the linebacker room, Jazz, Des Moines Kennedy, but we need to be better in the run stopping. We need to be better in open field tackling. I think Miss Johnson helps us get there. Okay, let's take a look a little bit more at his game by game. You can see, well, I guess he had some tough games tackling against Tennessee, Martin, and Missouri. That kind of knocked down his grade quite a bit when it came to the tackling, 57.3. But you can see in run defense, 72.6. That's very solid overall. Rated higher, I believe, than that we had this year. 30 tackles on the year, and got substantial playing time at Georgia, 336 snaps this year. So that's great. Let me see where he's been lined up the most. So he lines up a little bit, can line up on the defensive end or defensive line. I mean, as an end. Not going to play free safety, but has played the slot a little bit. But mostly you'll see him as a box linebacker. So that's definitely one of our needs. This is a player that I feel like would be a fantastic get. Anybody coming over here from Georgia is more than welcome to join the program. They are great at what they do, obviously being one of the top college football programs. And if we can get an athlete to come over from Georgia to possibly start, that's a big win. But let's look at the defensive line, because obviously you've seen that we grabbed a guy like Quincy Wiggins. Okay, we're still rated 92. I didn't see that. Another guy available, Sam Okunloa, and I mean, he's one of the top guys rated on the defensive line as well. I mean, a lot of these guys. 3, 4. So number 4 defensive lineman, rated the same as Joey Slackman. So let's take him and see what he's done this year. (6'4", 245. They have him here as an edge. 266 snaps on the year, 71 rating. The run. Let's see. Let's get to the tackling. 11 tackles on the year, but 5 sacks. That's very interesting. So, yeah, somebody who could excel in rushing the passer. Had a big time game against Louisville. Let's see, three pressures, a sack, a couple quarterback hurries, and a couple tackles as well. That's really solid. And then let's see where he lines up. Yeah, mainly just on the defensive line. Doesn't line up in box, obviously being a lineman. So very, very interesting. Lining up outside as well. So he's somebody that could help improve this pass rush as well. 5 sacks. I mean, other than maybe Jordan Dominic, did he get 5 sacks this year? I think he might have. That would be more sacks than anybody on our team had, I believe. We can go through a few more here. But a lot of these players have already committed places, but hey, I guess it's never too late for, a guy to flip like we saw yesterday with Bedford going to Oregon, right? Let's take a look at Marley Cook. From Middle Tennessee, so he'd be coming up a level. 6'2", 291, 18 tackles, okay. Sack, 15 quarterback hurries. You'll like to see that. Big time player at Middle Tennessee, 622 snaps. Good Lord. There's quite a lot. Mainly lining up in the B gap. Play a little bit inside for us. A gap and B gap alignment. He's somebody that we take a look at. But guys, I mean, I haven't seen any of his film. I'm kind of just scrolling through here. Is not committed. But the linebacker room, man, it's looking kind of thin right now when it comes to the transfer portal. I'm hoping that we get some freshmen in here to play, or get some freshman commits here as well, because I would like to continue to build that pipeline of linebackers. Inside guys. Let's take a look at Xavier Sori. He's a name brought up as well, and I'm glad we am I spelling his name wrong? Xavier. You 220? Sure, solid tackler. I mean, guys, any grade over 80 is very, very, very good, okay? But not a ton of snaps. 188, 13 tackles on the year, sack, couple quarterback hurries. Let's see where they mainly have him lining up at Georgia. Mainly playing within the box. That's great. Again, we need more box linebackers, guys who can play inside. Also can line up a little bit on the defensive line if my guess would that would be the edge. Yeah, outside because of his size and weight. But a guy who, hey, highly 97 overall, be a big time get. Draft eligible in 2025, so we got a few years of eligibility with him. That would be great. Marvin Ham did hit the portal. We'll see where he ends up going. That just might be all I have. Another guy that y'all brought up is somebody like Nyland Green. Haven't heard as much from y'all when it comes to Harris. But Georgia cornerbacks, I would love it if we continue to pursue secondary players. Again, I'm not going to be mad at all in terms of depth. Let's take a look at Nyland Green. 6 foot and above type profile that we normally go for. Of course, Preston Hodge has kind of been the exception. All player, that is for sure. So part-time player here with Georgia, 94 total. So maybe he makes this move. Obviously, looking for a change to play more. Looks like he aligned basically out at the boundary corner slot spots. Only 4 snaps within the slot. Preston Hodge, he's going to be somebody that I think handles the slot as well. AJ Harris, let's take a look at him. And then I'll get to your guys' comments for a little bit. So I got Georgia AJ Harris, yeah. Another 6'1" guy, 190, part-time player, 89 overall, okay. Tackles on the year. Let's see where they got him mainly lining up at. This corner as well, bounded corner as well, only 1 snap in the slot. So, hey, I would be thrilled to get some more Georgia players out here in the secondary. That would be wonderful. I am hopeful that Cormani is going to take that next step and be that starting outside corner. And then we got Preston Hodge right there in the middle. And we'll see where Omarion Cooper and the rest of the guys, Jacquez Robinson, all of them kind of shake out. Carter Stoutmeyer, all of that shake out after that. So I'll go ahead and get to your guys' comments. All that to say, guys, there are still players. Not as many as there were maybe a week ago or so. They're filling up, but you got to imagine Coach Prime, the rest of the staff, Corey Phillips, everybody, they're still working the phones, they're still working the visits, they're still making the pitch. I imagine that we had a lot more people visit this weekend than what was reported. That's normally how schools do these things, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And you got to imagine that there's going to be some fireworks tomorrow. And I need to comment on KingJoseph Edwards before I forget. Down to Syracuse CU. I forget his last school, but I think it's down to those 2 schools, honestly. Right now, I'm probably just going to go with Syracuse because that's where he visited last. Seems to be very close with Nick Williams. Can CU surprise? Sure. Right now, I don't have my expectation. I think it's at 5:30 Mountain Time when his announcement party starts. I'm not expecting him to commit to the Buffs. So that's going to be another linebacker edge position. Another spot open that we need to find somebody else. All right, y'all. Appreciate your time. Let's see what y'all got to say. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to scroll up here a little bit. Bishop, good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. I love CC. I appreciate you. All of that, Rawhide Media. Always great to see you. The mic is twerking and not working. Oh, no. Guys, are you serious? Ugh. Man. This thing is just so defeating sometimes, You try. Let me try ahead and all right. Hopefully that works. Does that sound better, y'all? And maybe it's my freaking computer or something. Old school, good to see you, man. Hope you're having a great day. We hear you. Sounds like some weird static. How about now? Does that sound better? Mic is fine. It's when you share your screen. Yeah, that's probably the next purchase, y'all. I apologize. It is I definitely got to get a new computer. I think that's the next phase. So, yeah, but who do you guys want Colorado to go after the rest of this week? Who are you hoping that you might see flip? I saw a list that was put on Twitter. Let me pull this up. It was starting to get a lot of buzz here. I won't share my screen. That sounds like it's the issue. There's a guy on Twitter that had like a little flip alert, right? He said, AJ McCray, Florida, Boo Carter, Tennessee, Jaquan McRoy, Oregon, Jeremiah Beeman, Alabama, KingJoseph Edwards. Nonverbal right now. I think the two guys that I would probably see us having the best chance to land would be obviously Boo Carter from Tennessee with his friend Jordan Seaton out here. Jaquan McRoy, man, I would really love to get him, especially, man, with Oregon taking Bedford from us yesterday. What the heck? Let's go get McCroy. I think he'd be a fantastic developmental guy that helps this pipeline build. He's a guy that can come in here and grow with Jordan Seaton. We can have those two tackles, those cornerstone tackles on both sides. I think that would be great. I don't think Seaton's going to flip. I think he was posting that meme because some other guys that he's friends with or close with probably got some decisions to make, right? Seaton's locked in. I'm not. Maybe my worry for Seaton is at like 0.5%, just because anything can happen in this heartless sport of college football, right? But I feel good about him signing. But his buddy, for instance, Boo Carter's got an interesting decision to make, right? Hey, all I'm saying, Boo Carter, is that it's not really cold out here, man. The winters out here are super mild. I'm wearing a sweater inside just because I'm comfortable in sweatshirts. But it's our third straight day of 60 plus degrees out here in the Denver Boulder area. Winters here are mild. You have your cold days, but it's only for a little bit of a stretch. Forecast for the rest of the week is 63 today, 54, 56, 51, 48. Chance of snow on Thursday or on Sunday. High of 36. So it's not like the Midwest or the Northeast when once it's cold, man, it's cold for 4 months. It's not like that out here. And a lot of players that are living in the South, out here you're gonna love it because it's a mild winter. It's a mild winter. It really is. Yeah, Seaton's not flipping. I don't think so. LJ McRae would be absolutely huge. I've seen some people on Twitter a little bit talking about KJ Bolden. He would be absolutely fantastic to have here. I think that he's a Florida State commit right now. I think he might have a Georgia crystal ball. But hey, we didn't have any crystal balls for Jordan Seaton last week or a week or two ago, right? What's up, Jermaine? Hold on, let me get back to this text real quick. Y'all please hit that like. That's always greatly appreciated. We're on our way to 7K. Eric Moore says KJ Bolden's not coming to Colorado. Why you say that? You got me all sad now. We do need a Brock Bowers type tight end. We got a great tight end right now in Mateer coming out here from Cincinnati, but that's only one. I was listening to Adam Munster Tiger and Brian Howell earlier today, and I didn't know this. I guess Luis Passarello, the reason we didn't see him at all, the only scholarship tight end that we still have on the roster from this past year, I guess he was out the whole year with an injury. I didn't realize that. So Luis Passarello can play. I think that we should definitely bring in guys that are better and more athletic, but he can be a serviceable tight end for this team, no doubt. And that might make a little bit more sense, like with Fourier not being with the team, Passarello out. Then we just kind of got walk-on guys. Maybe why we didn't see a ton of 12 personnel even after Pat Shurmur took over. Or we saw that extra offensive lineman in there, Hank Zielinskis, instead. But yeah, I would love for us to go get another real big stud at tight end. You tell him, Dave. I try. More linebackers for sure. Yes, absolutely right, Bodie. And you're right, Stevie. We work in the shadows. I think that's like why it makes it so difficult sometimes for me to come on here and talk, is because, we might get hints and little things like that, or, every now and then information released on, what's going on with CU. But I think the stuff that they allow us to see, it's just a sliver of, the greater pie. If you guys are following my analogy, it's just a slice of the pie. That's what I meant to say. Days to come. Coach Kelly did a home visit with KJ Bolden. Buford. That would be great. That's Dylan Rayola's high school, right? What's up? Don't tread on me. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, ball out. Coach Kelly visited KJ. He's a good recruiter. For safeties, he's recruited Caleb Downs and Derwin James, so we got a chance. Hey, love that point. Ball out. Yeah, Derwin, man, those Florida State teams, man, they were just absolutely stacked. Yo, Creo. The only recruiting that I would want to see would be transfers from the Gators, A&M, or Houston, because we're going to have a second wave coming after bowl season. Yes. Bowl season, it's going to be fun to see what happens. Hopefully, we can even grab some players from the college football playoff teams. I mean, that would be really ideal, right? Going after some guys that are over at Texas that or Alabama that might not have a super quick path to playing time. I mean, we've already brought in one that didn't really get on the field much, and I would rather take a chance on those guys who have been in college for a couple years, have that, fully grown into their bodies, rather than just, having some average like 3-star or whatever come in here with a 17-year-old body. I like that we're taking chances on guys like that. Not all of them are going to hit, but, some will. Yeah, but I think KingJoseph Edwards, I think he's going to Syracuse. I don't got my hopes up. But yeah, that second wave is going to be fun. It's going to be absolutely fun. I think we might get close to a top 10 recruiting class this year overall. I don't know if we'll get within the top 10, but, at the very least, I think we might be coming close. And this whole thing, I was saying, hey, maybe we're in somewhere in the mid to late teens, and it's right now, the momentum that we have, the commitments that we've had, we're definitely going to exceed that expectation that I had. But you got to imagine, again, Coach Prime, this staff, their expectations are higher than mine and many of y'all's as well. They're going after it. They want to win Big 12. They want to win a Big 12 championship next year. They want to make noise in the college football playoff. They want to win national titles. Coach Prime was talking about that. So, and I think they expect to do it quicker, maybe than some people want us to, or expect us to. Has people given up on Boo? I think some people have, just because it seemed like on the Instagram video call that he was doing with Jordan, he was trying to convince Jordan to come back. It is what it is. I would love for him to flip, but we'll just have to see. I think the Tennessee Vols fans would melt down if he were to flip. We'll just have to see. God, sorry. All right. Any news on the OC? No. Again, listening to Adam Munster Tiger and Brian Howell today, they put out a podcast yesterday where they were saying how Pat Shurmur still seems to be the likely favorite to be announced in that role. I don't really know. I think whether Pat Shurmur is, the official OC or not, I think whatever role he has, it's going to be definitely involved in scheming. It's going to be some of his system. Maybe him and Brett Bartoloni work alongside together. I don't know. But right now, that seems to be the betting favorite right now. Haven't heard any smoke about Byron Leftwich in quite a while. So I'm wondering if that ship has sailed or if Coach Prime, is just waiting to see what's happening with Byron Leftwich. I'm not really sure. What's up, Coach Kev? He's a dog. Yeah, Coach or Bodie is saying, I'm just glad we got Hodge from Liberty. He's a dog. Woof, woof. Yeah, tremendous player. Makes the secondary better. Guy's a ball hawk, a sure tackler. Can play the slot. And I think if we need him for certain situations, we can play him outside if needed. Alfaru, good to see you. What are your thoughts on 14 wide receivers and 11 safeties? I'm fine with it. I don't have like a super strong opinion about it. I would rather see those rooms really deep. I know that what do we have, 85 scholarships, so that does leave still plenty of room for the other positions to be filled. I do think maybe some wide receivers that are on scholarship, I imagine some will hop in the portal, maybe some that we haven't seen, and that's just going to happen. That's just going to happen. But it'll be interesting to see how some of these scholarship spots clear out. But I would imagine you'll see some secondary players and wide receivers leave. But I'm glad that we're still recruiting these positions because we are like top end, our talent at the top of these position groups, just like every other position group, it needs to get better. It needs to get better. So I got no issue with us bringing in somebody like Baby T.O., Cordell Russell. No issue with us bringing in somebody like Will Shepard or even that wide receiver out of Tulane, Brazel. We need to get better. We need to continue to level up. If you're looking at it, I guess, from like a numbers perspective, continue to have higher rated guys so that the average rating for each position group continues to get higher. But I think we'll see some guys transfer out. Man, are y'all gonna watch Coach Hayes and Big Dog? Those are both my guys. I enjoy them very much. That might upset some of y'all, but I'm cool with Coach Hayes, y'all. Again, I can't hate on a guy too much who picked this team to win 6 games, just like the DNVR guys did. I feel bad for some of them wide receivers last year. Miller. I don't know who Watson is. And the rest of the wide receivers that didn't get a lot of tick because I have a feeling Prime told recent commits they would play. I don't feel bad. This is a heartless sport. You either perform or you don't get on the field. That's just what it is. And there are guys right now that I'm interested to see like what they could do after a couple years of development, such as Jordan Onavue. He's a guy that I've brought up, but they're like at the end of the day, the receivers that we're bringing in this round, they're even from the high school level, they're way better than the guys that we brought in at the high school level last year. So either perform, get better, or you go somewhere else. I don't really feel bad for anybody. I just want the Buffs to be better and win. We were a 4-win football team this year, guys. Like, we got to be better everywhere. Yeah, Coach K. I think it has something to do with my computer and pinpointing the issue. Obviously, I got this new mic. It sounds great. It seems like that's what happens when I screen share. So um, it is on the way. Yeah, guys, I'm with the Buffs to win, and these guys are making money. They're on scholarship, all this stuff. Like, I don't have a lot of sympathy, man, if you're going to complain about not getting playing time, especially if you're going to complain about not getting more run when you've just dropped passes when you've gotten in there. I just don't have sympathy. You know what sucks? Being emotionally attached to all these guys on like a one-win football team, right? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Adam Hopkins at cornerback. I'm hoping that he sticks there. That's what I love about it. Earn, not given. Has Coach Prime promised guys playing time coming in here? That's for us to speculate. But at the end of the day, he can probably say, hey, you're better than 90% of the guys that we got on the team right now. So you got a good chance of earning it. Yeah, we got to continue to up it. Give me. Oh yeah, I forgot I put him in on the profile picture for this. Chris McClellan. Let's get McClellan now. Caden Green, Pete, has committed to Mizzou. That's over with, unless I guess we pull a Bedford on him. But Chris McClellan, 325-pound defensive lineman, rotational guy at Florida. He would come in here and he raises the bar. He raises the talent level of this defensive line. Yeah, and Cormani's going to get better. Again, guys, very rarely do freshmen come in and they're studs right off the bat. And we're going to bring in guys to continue to compete. So I want the best corner starting. If that's Travis and Cormani, that's great. If there's somebody that proves to be better, I'm fine with that. Guys, I just want the best teams possible. I don't care about the name on the back. I just want to see us winning. Coach K, I don't think Mizzou's been targeting all of our guys. I think we've just been going after the same guys because we're both leveling up. I mean, Mizzou had a fantastic year this year. Ranked program, surprised a lot of people. They got a lot of good stuff going on there. So it doesn't surprise me that, with them trying to build that success, that pipeline, they're also going after guys like Aaron Butler. They're trying to go after a guy like Caleb or Caden Green, who I believe played high school ball with their number one recruit that they're bringing in right now, Williams Noweri. So there's kind of a teammate connection there. It is what it is. They got Talon Chandler. That's great for them. But we're gonna have guys that we win in those battles too. Yeah. Neckbone, good to see you, man. Man, I really enjoyed listening to you on the panel yesterday. So that was a lot of fun. Hope you got a chuckle out of some of my trolling. When I'm in the chat, I'm just like y'all. I'm going to give y'all a hard time. I'm going to bust your chops. I'm going to troll a little bit too. I like being on the other side as well. The promise of playing time Coach Prime gave players recruits was if you are better in a... You left me hanging there, Eric. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Jordan Seat moved up 5 spots in the ranking 24/7. Hey, see you starting to get some love. I love that. What's kind of smugging me in reference to CU players? I want to see this team get better. We are nowhere near where we need to be in terms of our talent level and depth to compete right now with a school like Texas or Alabama for the national title, with Michigan, Ohio State. I think we take a big step this year. That's my hope. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the team. I want to see the team succeed. I don't really care about the name on the back unless you're a star player. Unless you're Shador, unless you're Travis Hunter and you're in Heisman contention, or some of our other guys are in individual award contentions, yes, then I really want to see individual success right after the team winning, right? That's going to be something that I root for. But college football it's a heartless sport, you know. We just saw that with Bedford, man. People are going to make moves that are best for them. Coaches dip all the time. We've had that happen here. Players hit the transfer portal. I mean, over the last few years before Coach Prime, we absolutely got thrashed. Our best players always going to other schools. So, you could argue that players are more smug than the fans are. It's college, not the pros. Yeah, totally. And that's why, I'm not coming out here, putting the majority of the responsibility for the offensive line performance this year on the players. I'm putting that directly on Sean Lewis and Bill O'Boyle and the coaching. So I can have this approach and this mentality of saying, I don't care about the name. I just want us to get better at every position. I don't understand what is so earth shattering about that. At the end of the day, we had better offensive linemen than the 130th ranked offensive line in college football last year. And that might be a non-popular opinion, but we could have played better. And that directly falls on coaching. Here we go, Eric. Where is it? The promise of playing time Coach Prime gave players and recruits was if you are better in all aspects than the player above and below you, you can see the field. Yes. Well said. Hey, if you're better, you get on the field. That's how I feel about it. Now, I did have some questions about certain, it's not, I do wonder, did we play the best player in certain situations? Yes, I do wonder that. But I think overall, the majority of the case, that is the case. Man, them kids from last year were good. They were good enough to get offers from a lot of big name schools. And when I look at the reaction to what we got in the portal, everyone are what ifs and what ifs cuz of the schools they came from. The players that we're getting this year compared to last year, I feel like the talent level is, an improvement. Overall looking at it right now, we'll have to see how the rest of the class finishes out. But again, you look 2 recruiting cycles prior. We are blowing this thing out of the water. We got to continue to take those steps and those jumps. Yeah, we are now getting guys where Colorado wasn't their only Power 5 option now. That's great. Now we're getting guys that we're really in recruiting battles with, which is great. But we got to continue to bring in better and better talent. I'm not satisfied with where we're at, and I don't think the program is either. They have very high standards. They got higher standards than I do. I have seen us address the defensive side of the trenches. Yes. Chidozie Wankwo. First N is silent. I learned that. Thank you to the commenters. He's going to be a day one starter for us. Justin Black, what are you saying, man? I'm waiting till mid-season to see if you have the same reaction that you have now, because I seen this from you last year and we both know what happened then. Dude, I'm always going to be excited about this team. Absolutely. Post game, those 24-hour rules, absolutely. I'm going to be a little bit more in my feelings, but I've been consistent, man. This team that we had in 2023 was worlds and away better than what we had the year prior. I don't know how I'm upsetting so many of your feelings just saying I want us to continue to get better. Can someone please help me with that? I'm talking about the players Prime got last year. Everybody was hyped. Yes, absolutely. I was hyped too. And if you listen to my other videos, Justin Black, I said that we have to do a better job of setting realistic expectations for some of these guys coming in. That's a learning that I have from this channel as well. Not everybody coming in is a baller. I would love some of these guys that are coming over here from LSU or from Alabama to become that. The fact that you got an offer and committed there, you were a baller in high school, right? But some of these guys have played less than 10 snaps in their college football career. We don't know how they're going to turn out. I'm not going to put an unfair expectation on a player like that. We'll see where they come or where they develop into. But a guy like Chidozie, he's a different case. That guy's productive. He has proven it year after year after year and gotten better. And he significantly improves our team defense. So there are going to be guys that I hype up. There's going to be guys that I don't have that same level of hype for, but I'm excited because of the type of athlete they are. We don't have a lot of those types of athletes. I don't understand what's so hard for some of y'all to grasp when it comes to nuance. All right, y'all. I got to get back to work. Gonna grab some lunch beforehand. But man, guys, hold on to your butts. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, am I a hater now? Am I a hater now that I want this team to get better now? Is it because I'm wearing the shirt, man? Is it because I'm wearing the shirt? I just want us to win games. That's all I care about, man. That's why I did not have an issue with us bringing in 2 more transfer quarterbacks. Let's make each other better, right? I appreciate you guys always, even if we don't agree on everything. I always enjoy talking with you guys about it. But anyways, y'all, I'll be back at some point. I'm traveling tomorrow, so it might be later in the day tomorrow when I'll hop on and talk about the early signing day signees, not commitment, signees that we get. That's going to be a lot of fun. So again, y'all remember to enjoy this. We haven't had anything happen like this at CU in, the time that I've existed to where I can remember it, if that makes sense, So let's enjoy this. More surprises, I'm sure, are on the way, and let's go Buffs.